I keep dreaming, but my dreams keep flying away. The song will fly beyond. Keep chasing them and I never rest for a day. There's something I don't do. I feel the wind blowing my face, but that's alright. I smile, people passing by. Some smile back, some might not. I'm always looking for a shade when it's hot. I've been low key and I'm trying to stop. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. It's been a while since I ran into you on the street. I wonder if you moved. Hope everything is going amazing for you. And you're not feeling blue. I feel the rainbow down my face, but that's alright. I smile, people passing by. Some smile back, some might not. I'm always looking for a shade when it's hot. I've been low key and I'm trying to stop. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. I slip to the dark, bind it to the blue. I slip to the dark, bind it to the I slip to the dark, bind it to the blue. I slip to the dark. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. Yeah, but when off I go. Pretty afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind.
Shit all up in your sheets.
I make my living off the evening news. Just give me something I can use. People love it when you lose. They love dirty laundry. Well, I could have been an actor, but I wound up here. I just have to look good, I don't have to be clear. Come and whisper in my ear. We love dirty laundry. When they're up, when they're down. When they're up, on the ground. Got these bubble-headed bleach blondes.
Hey, everybody. What a great afternoon. What a great afternoon. Come on in. Come on in. Grab yourself an ice water, a lemonade, whatever your beverage of choice is this beautiful afternoon. Because let me tell you, I heard a rumor. I heard a little something that I'm going to share with just you folks. Sit down. This right here, Betty, this right here just gonna bust you out the water. I heard, Bullhorn Betty, that you were actually served. And I'll tell you what time you were served. The word out here on these YouTube streets, you were served on the 30th at 11:30 a.m. And then you faked a dog attack and ran to mama's house. Betty, is that true? Girl, you better come clean, honey. Because let me tell you, your dirty laundry is getting aired out on these YouTube streets. See, we know folks in the back alley, we know folks in the dumpsters, and we know folks all around these YouTube streets, baby. Okay? Betty got a court date, honey. Betty gonna show up for that court date, you guys think? Because the rumor has it, old Betsy Betts did get served on the 30th at 11:30 a.m. You don't say. It has been attempted. Okay, let me read this. DV, she may have some hot stuff off the press. She has not been officially served yet, but it had been attempted. The docket will be updated and show served after she actually has been served. She has publicly acknowledged, however, she is aware. Ooh, so they came and tried to serve her. Maybe that's where the information came from. She was attempted to be served. Did she not answer her door? And then she said, oh, we're going to make up a situation, and ran to mama's house and then not going to go home. Okay. I mean, that's making some sense. Come on, guys. We got to put this shit together. She got on live last night again, you know, talking shit. But what I want to show you guys is what actually you have to do to get an order of protection. So I went over to the Tennessee court recorder and all that good stuff, that everyone has access to, and pulled this up. Let's see if I can get it to share here. Maybe. Oh, no, I don't want it to look like that. There we go. So on here, it says exactly what you have to do to fill out this temporary order of protection, ex parte order of protection. All right, so it asks a lot of questions, okay? And you have to fill out all the information, describe the respondent, petitioner's relationship. This is a court order. And then this beautiful warning, weapon involved, has or owns a weapon. Did not abuse, threaten or abuse, hurt or try to hurt, frighten petitioner minor children under 18. Okay, so you have to stalk or threaten to stalk petitioner. Okay, you understand? So, Betty, I want to remind you some things that you had said. Okay, so here is the actual information that you have to fill out and submit it to the court. So, an ex parte protective order, I'm going to share this now. It explains what it is, and this is in the Tennessee code, so it's not like just a random state. We're going to go right to the state. It says an ex parte order is issued by the court without giving respondent notice or an opportunity to tell his or her side of the story. It is a temporary order. There must be a hearing within 15 days after respondent is served with an ex parte order. Respondent must be given at least 5 days notice of the hearing date. If at any hearing the court finds by a preponderance of evidence that the victim's allegations are true, the court can extend the order up to 1 year. The victim can return each year to ask the order extend for another year. A new hearing is required for each extension. So the other information that I looked up is just like what the affidavit, or if that's what it's called, the temporary order, this little thing here, it asks those questions. Is it stalking, threatening? So, I mean, Betty, do we have to really go here? You know what I mean? You clearly did. It's on your own stinking YouTube channel. And I believe Betty is on the run. Betty is clearly on the run. Oh, no, that's that DV. So the judge on her case used to be an assistant DA. And if I don't know who this is, but if it happens to be someone that is over the age of 62, 65, whatever they consider in that state to be, elderly, I'm maybe saying the Bower Sox. I don't know. That even has more teeth in it because a lot of the states protect the elderly from stuff just like this. So who's taking her to court? Queen Bee. I am out of the loop. No, her and Queen Bee stuff is still ongoing. This is a new restraining order out of the state of Tennessee. Wicked West, we don't know exactly who it is. There are some rumors out here, you know, who it is, but there's several families that she went and, threatened to urinate, defecate on their property. Okay. She did go and record the Bowersox house, followed them around a shopping center, stalked them, in my opinion, as they shopped at a local place in the Tennessee area, and then followed him through the traffic, jumped out of the vehicle with her camera in hand and record. I mean, this is all recorded. I mean, it's not things that we're making up. This is factual information that Bullhorn Betty did show on her channel during her adventure to Tennessee. Then she had mentioned about having a GoFundMe to raise funds to buy a weapon in the state of Tennessee to protect herself. So, I'm just saying the information is there. And like I had mentioned yesterday, if these folks are the Bowersox that's pressing this situation, if it was my parents, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'll be like, yo, mom and dad, I got a lady over here that's trying to, talk about pew-pews and shit like that and machetes. And she's coming back to Tennessee for a protest. I think that you may want to try to protect yourself. And other streamers have said, well, a piece of paper won't do anything to protect you. Yeah, I get that, but it has some teeth to it if she would violate that. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's probably a good idea for someone that feels like they could be, threatened by her. And that's someone's personal opinion. She was directly talking about Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot, Mr. and Mrs. Bowersock, and the things that she may need to do to protect herself against them. Well, that can be also taken vice versa. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm going to go over here and remind Bullhorn Buddy of what she had said, what she was going to do, right? Let me find my little clippity clip here. All right, I'm going to share the screen and make sure it's on here. There it is. So here's what she had mentioned. And this is off Queen Bee's, what she said today, because I wanted to hear hang on just a second. My dog. She's a crazy old dog. Hang on a second. Okay, she must not going to bark. She acted like she was going to. I have the lawn care people here taking care of my yard, so she likes to give them a run for their money. You leave them alone. All right, so we're going to go ahead and listen to this. You guys know my clipping skills aren't the best, so we'll get the drift.
Also said that, you know what? They reminded me that Tennessee has reciprocity in Florida. Or with Florida. He said, I can bring my gun there. My concealed weapons license works here just fine. So you know what I think I'm going to do? Maybe we'll get a little GoFundMe. Maybe I just need to go to the local.
Actually, let me slow it down. Because it's on fast, I'll just slow it down. So we can hear exactly what the horn is saying.
And they also said that, you know what? They reminded me that Tennessee has reciprocity in Florida. Or with Florida. He said, I can bring my gun there. My concealed weapons license works here just fine. So you know what I think I'm going to do? Maybe we'll get a little GoFundMe. Maybe I just.
So now what she's asking her audience to do is have a GoFundMe so they can help her buy a weapon. What? If that isn't some kooky shit to ask your audience to do, people that tune into you to help you, no one has put your life in danger, ma'am.
Need to go to the local gun store and get myself a little pistol, right? I think this is an open carry state. We'll get myself a little holster. I mean, if it's going to be the Wild Wild West, Bullhorn Betty's going go and get her cowboy hat and her shit kicking boots.
You do know that you're the one that jumped out of the vehicle, right? That gentleman that you jumped out and recorded and accused of stalking you, you jumped out of your car and stopped traffic like the wild, wild west. Okay? So you're the one escalating this situation.
So I'm just saying. But I don't roll that way. I'm not here for problems. I came here to do a job. I did my job.
Then why did you jump out of your vehicle? Why? How did you even know that was his vehicle and his license plate? How did you know? That's my question to you. You need to answer that. Betty, front and center, heifer, answer the question. How did you know he was there? And how did you know that was his vehicle? I want to know that. I know how you know that because you went to his house and you followed him there. It's all on video. You recorded it. But you do smoke and mirrors. You think you're good at this, but you're not.
Still have a lot of work to do. I'm going to still continue to do my job, whether or not law enforcement is called 1,000 times. You want to waste law enforcement's time? That's fine. You can waste law enforcement's time. They can sit right there and watch me do my job. And if they...
Man, that was sharp, wasn't it?
And I'm sure all this leads back to the same group of bad people and bad actors. I'm almost confident. But they're too stupid. Like I said, I'm always one step ahead.
Yeah, because I think why she said this yesterday is because they tried to serve her. And I thought she had already been served. I got a rumor that, yeah, it was 11:30. But I'm thinking now that they tried to serve her. She didn't answer the door, made up a story. That's why you hear the dog yelping like a banshee. She probably stepped on her dog because she's been a nervous wreck all day. Okay, Betty, quit stepping on the dog, period. Okay, and then she ran to mommy's house to have her watch Delilah while she runs and hides. But I don't know if it has to be her county that serves her this paperwork. If she is, quote, quote, in Tennessee, can Tennessee serve her? That is the question. I don't know the law of the land that well because I try to keep myself away from restraining orders. So I don't know if that is a possibility for her. I don't know. But I think that's why she said, I'm a step ahead of him all the way. Okay, Betty. So keep putting your foot in your mouth, sister.
Sometimes.
One step ahead, right?
You made up dog getting
You're always one step ahead, but you're sitting here shoving fries down your fucking throat.
So I'm thinking that's exactly what's happened. Let me get to some of these comments here. I also had another clip from her. I'm like, Betty, I think she has a hard time keeping up with what she says. So if you're going to be out here telling fabricated stories, you might want to write them down and read them verbatim every time because you end up telling on yourself all the time. Bets, you've been doing this for a long time. We thought you'd be better at this. For the love of Jesus, get your act together. Get your script together, girl. Okay? Get your script together, girl. I know both could have gotten hurt. Like here's the deal, Kelly Bird. Good to see you, by the way, too. Good to see everybody in here. I'm waving at you, even though I'm not on camera. Hi, everybody. What is scary about that? Whenever you run up on, and she's from a state that is like a stand your ground state, so she should have known to keep her butt in the car. Okay, what if Terry Bowersock felt like he was, life was in danger? He doesn't know this crazy chick from YouTube, and he had a weapon and decided to, protect himself that day. That could have turned really bad for the Bullhorn that day. I'm just saying, if somebody ran up on me during a traffic stop at a light, I'm stopped in traffic at a light, and some wild lady rolled up on me screaming and yelling at me like a banshee, I would feel like, hey, something isn't right here. Like I'm gonna have to protect myself at all cost, like an Ernie Shell statement. Anyway, it would be hard to keep up because her mouth never stops. That's the thing. She can't keep up with her her crap because she says so many different things. But now it's being said that they tried to serve her. Okay, so I don't want to put like a bogus information out there. They tried to serve her. Apparently, is the rumor? Rumor has it was she was served at 11:30. Now it's like they attempted to. Then the dog situation. Then the run to mommy. Now the run to wherever the hell she's going. Okay, so I don't want to um, put out bogus information because then that's bad. So I think I put it in a short because I was trying to do stuff. Oh my god. I was trying to do stuff very quickly today. I had some other stuff I was having to do today, so I was like, let me do this really quick. But it's okay. I have it. I have it. There it is. Maybe if it uploaded. But we can just drop over to bees and see it. So I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put it, guys. Go back here. It would be. She's been on her knees because she's. She's been in her knees because he said, "Kneel down below me." Oh my god. Oh my god. What day was it? She went on and on about all her errands. Was it the 30th? I think it was. I only know what happened on the 30th is that 11:30, quote, quote, tried to be delivered or was served at 11:30 on the 30th. Same day, we had a situation with the dog, which I didn't see her fall down, get a broom, run the dogs off. I heard some squealing carrying on, but I, I didn't see this wild dogs ankle biters come after Betty. Okay. All I seen was Bullhorn Betty, door, her front of her house. Apparently, I guess that's her house. Never been there. Was never over invited for tea or anything, and I doubt if I ever would be. But I definitely would take her up on her offer. Just like be like Betty, what's up? I love to see how Betty really lives. Anyway, back to the story. Then she bailed the mamas. Now she's bailing to wherever the hell she says she is. I don't know. Mother McReady says people like that are statistics and borderline disorder. That's what's scary because um she kind of reminds me, and my own personal opinion is she gets very up and down. And so that's kind of unstable in my point of view. So I would be very hesitant for, like I said, that I'm going to go to the court date if I'm in the state of Illinois at the time. It depends on how my doctor's appointment goes for this eye. I should be good to go. I feel good. So if I make it there, I'm going to try to go to the court date of her and Queen Bee's. Not because I want to stalk Betty, because I've been following this court and I want to go and I want to sit in the courtroom. And if I'm allowed to record, I'm going to record it. I'm going to record the courthouse. I'm going to do whatever I want to do because, like Betty says, I have freedoms. And if I happen to come across Betty, so be it. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it to stalk her. But if I happen to run across Betty, you absolutely, gonna happen. I'm gonna try to find my clip here. Well, Queen Bee, actually, I wanted to watch her today because she said that this is all Queen Bee's fault. Well, I hate to inform Bullhorn Betty that Queen Bee cannot do anything in the state of Tennessee because apparently she doesn't live there. Apparently she lives in the state of Illinois where this lawsuit's going on. So I'm like, how could she even get a court case in the state of Tennessee? Yeah, she has nothing to lose. She has nothing to lose. No family, no kids, no career, no reputation, no assets, but a rundown shack. That makes her dangerous. That could be true. I don't know what she has financially, but what she did say that we do this for clicks and views. And if you guys go over to the Bullhorn Betty's channel and you look at her description on her videos, everything that she has tagged, and then go all the way down to the bottom. She also, since she hates Dolly Vision and hates JLR Investigate so bad, why does she have those guys tagged in her description of all of her videos every single time? I'm going to tell you, it's for clicks and views. But she says she doesn't need anybody because she does well on her own. Then untag their ass. Untag them. That I was like, because I wanted to see what was in her description because she loves to talk about everybody else talking about her. Well, the two people that you hate now, you are tagging them for clicks and views. So, clean up your own backyard, Betty, before you start talking about somebody else's and other people. You know what I mean? Then she tried to say Joneson had something to do with it because she was one of the first people to share it. How can someone in another state get charged an emergency order of protection against you, Bullhorn? It doesn't work that way, you crazy nut. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, she is trying to poke the bear, I think, and get people to do some crazy, outlandish things. I've already planned a trip to Illinois. I'm going to be in the vicinity, not in the same area, but in the vicinity. I've been watching this online. They can even look at my things that I look at for the last year. And this is this court date on my, I'm sure they can track everything you do online. I've been watching every time Burnt Toast reads the information, I watch it. So, hell, it's like going to something that you've been looking into for a year and then you're by it. I'm going there. If it happens to be on the court date, I'm wearing my Inspector Gadget outfit and I'm going. Oh, she said J too. Yeah, everybody except the people that she may have intimidated. She has no idea how she made other people feel. It could be even somebody that she walked on their property and put up a sign because she was saying, well, easeways or whatever, byways, whatever the hell where the utility pole was. Betty, that's for utility companies to come and do work on that pole, not for citizens to walk on their property and do whatever the hell they want and put whatever the hell they want on there. You know what I mean? That's not for you to go onto their property and hang up whatever you want. It could have been a citizen that felt intimidated because they're like, who is this lady? You know what I mean? And then they searched it and they found out through the grapevine. And they're like, well, she's kind of psychotic. I feel threatened. And they have a right to feel like that. It was some strange person coming up on their property, So I'm just saying. She said the Bauer, Sox, and Proudfords weren't brave enough to file on her because she's got a case on them already. She was talking about something about civil rights. Betty, if you intimidate somebody and their life feels in danger, you cannot make them feel like they're not safe. You don't know how they feel. Okay? I mean, and they have had to have something to make the judge feel comfortable enough to say, you know what, this is true. That if you don't feel good about your safety, and this is the proof that you're showing me, and the judge feels like, it's pertinent to have, I don't think judges just throw out emergency orders of protection because Queen Bee said to. I'm just saying. Only court date is for the 8th of August in Tennessee. I think there was one August the 16th in the state of Illinois. That's where I believe that I'm going to be in the state of Illinois at that time. That's why I keep saying I want to go to this court date so bad. I gotta drink a drink of water. And she said they're just trying to hinder her from going to this court date on August 16th. The 8th and the 16th are, days apart. So if you want to come out here and act a fool and do things that are, potentially illegal in the court of law, I don't know. I am not a judge. Then you have to be prepared to pay the consequences. Just because you say, Betty, that there are freedom of speech and freedom to go around the world and do what you want, sometimes there are consequences to your actions if someone feels that their liberty is at question. You understand that, Betty? Because what works for you works for other people as well. We all live in the United States of America with the same rights as you, Betty. And that's where I think you kind of get a little twisted in your mind. It's not the world of Betty. Hello? You want me to say that again, Betty? Betty, it's not Betty's world. I just hate to tell you. She said, red flag law. If granted, an RO judge can ask for her fire. Exactly, because I showed you guys this right here. I'll share it to, again here. Let me go back. It says in this, you have to fill out this form, right? I'll share it to you. It says right up here, let me see if you guys can see it. Let me share the whole thing, my whole screen, if I can. Yeah. Okay. So this is from the state of Tennessee. Let me go back up here so everybody knows what I'm showing is true. County, comma, Tennessee. Petitioner, check if available. These are all the check marks that you got to fill out. Okay. And it says right here, weapon involved, has or owns a weapon. Okay, so they're going to know, because it's been very clear that she stated online that she does have that. So, you know, she needs to be careful what she, goes around and says that. That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't work for the law enforcement. I have no idea what law enforcement has to say about all this. But I know that it's probably going to go in front of, the judge. So this is Betty last night. We're going to listen to a little bit of this. Let me put it on fast, and then we're going to listen to what some of the YouTubers that she was saying that, oh, this is them, it's them, what they had to say.
There's only one way that you can get an emergency protective order, and that's if I threaten somebody with bodily harm, which I've never.
That's not true. Just like I showed you guys on that paperwork, it says threatened, harass, stalk. Betty, get your facts straight. Miss Lawyer, you don't know.
Threatened anybody with bodily harm. Hell, I was married for 10 years, and I've never threatened my husband with bodily harm.
And by the way, you are registered for DV. There is a channel out here that put that information out. So it does show that you have been arrested. I didn't say convicted. I said arrested for domestic violence. I believe about 6 times in your life. And one was for strangulation. So I don't know if the courts can hold that information and review it and say, you know what, she does have a history in the past of, DV. I don't know. Like I said, I've not been involved in that. So.
Well, I shouldn't say that I did one time, but that was because he had me arrested for throwing a plate of food, not even in his direction. But that's just domestic stuff. That has nothing to do. I've never had literally, I don't threaten people. I may threaten them with a lawsuit, but that's not justified to get a restraining order. So somebody absolutely lied 100%.
Threaten the police, what you were going to do. With the police when you got there. I think I have that clip too. We'll share it.
Under oath to get a temporary restraining order and try to get me to appear. Well, the bottom line is you got to be able to serve me. And I'm sorry, but your horse shit ain't going to be served to me until after the 8th. So, I guess that's pretty much a done deal. And if they pursue it any further, I'm going after them for charges, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They lied under oath. Absolutely. We'll find out who I am. Oh, they're going to be in a shit ton of trouble once we find out who they are, because I'm filing criminal complaints against everybody. Period. I'm done. They keep trying to throw me in jail. They keep trying to, interject. We know who the allegiance is to. We know what's going on. So no matter how you look at it, this is just about every case. And now they're getting more and more aggressive because they just need to try to take me out to justify $70,000. And this is a whole group of people. And, at the end of the day, I don't know if QB has anything to do with it, because I would have to think that she would have already known that, whatever. But Vita, hey, it's nice to see you. So they're just getting themselves in more and more trouble. And trust me, this stuff does catch up. And somebody just had to literally give somebody their driver's license and lie under oath. So this is going to be very easy to resolve and very quickly to do so, because I can prove that I've never threatened anybody, and they can't prove that what they're doing is not a lie, a flat out lie. So sorry, don't know what to say. But we finally determined what it was that was going on. So we've determined that the MO of this was to try to get this restraining order in place, which they would have never gotten it past the emergency portion because they cannot prove their case, period. So even if I showed up, it would go away.
Betty, you cannot tell anyone how they're supposed if they're supposed to feel safe or not when you drove by their home. You have literally stalked them in parking lots, jumped out of your vehicle and approached their vehicle with a camera. And then on the same stream, ma'am, in the same effing stream, you said what you were going to do was buy a weapon. Hello. I mean, Betty, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to kind of put two and two together because that man did not jump out of his vehicle at you. You, in fact, did jump out of your vehicle and approach that man in traffic.
Way. So it really
I
wasn't
really sometimes whenever I start listening to her and watching her, I'm like, I feel like I'm in like an alternate universe. Like, what?
even about, it was just about trying to force me to come into Tennessee. And
You were already, for what? No, I don't think that they were trying to force you to come to Tennessee. I think they're like, listen, you are planning to come here to do this protest and give the police officers melted cake and hot Kool-Aid. And they're like, no, I don't want her to come near. I'd be able to come near me, period.
whenever, they knew I had other court hearings and stuff like that, it was there to try to hurt me. So you can see where this is all coming
You
from.
have a court hearing on August the 16th, allegedly.
And so the bottom line is they were trying to do this. So I don't know if they actually thought they would be able to get their restraining order or not, but they were trying to either come to the vigil or come to the protest. And sorry, but you can't just, lie under oath and think that a court's just going to listen to you. You've got to literally prove your case. Even when I can't come into court on the 8th, you've got to prove your case for an extension, and you cannot prove your case because there's no proof that I've done anything because I've done nothing, So the only
You kind of did. I'm going to say you kind of did, Bullhorn Betty. You kind of did. Going to go back up here in the chat because I love hanging out in the chat and seeing what you guys say because it's great. You don't have to register your weapon in Florida, so who knows? And that is kind of true, little Irish girl. We really don't know what she has, right? Because in the state of Florida, you don't have to. They strongly suggest you registering your weapons, but you don't have to. The judge already signed that PPO. The hearing is for her to tell the judge why it isn't needed for his consideration. Okay. She has drug herself. She has dug herself a hole. I think the show, sometimes she comes off a little unstable, in my opinion. She does sometimes look a little paranoid, Nip it in the bud, right? Nip it in the bud, Bullhorn Betty. I'm going to tell you, she starts screaming. All right, I read that one. Yeah, if she starts screaming at the judge, I mean, different areas, I think with different judges, you might be able to get by with some crap like she has so far in the state of Illinois, which I am very, very surprised that she has gotten by with what she already has. But I think when they put the hammer down on her, it's going to hurt. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know this because I don't know like how judges do things, but it wouldn't be too far off to say when she is done and over with this case that she gets some hefty fines for the way she's conducted herself with the judge in the state of Illinois and how she's carried this on, or maybe a night or two in jail. I mean, that's just my opinion. And let me tell you right now, I've never taken a law class a day in my life. Okay. All right. I've never had, but I'm just from looking in, because like I tell you guys, I'm just a viewer and a sub to these channels as well. Just by watching what's going on, I'm like, I'm surprised that this judge pissing around with her, and if she walks into Tennessee like a Billy Badass, like, I haven't done nothing, I've never threatened nobody. And then they start, roll the beautiful beating footage, Larry. And they show her talking about having GoFundMe and buying pew-pews and weapons and taking a machete. And whenever she gets there, the police won't even know what's coming their way when she brings the circus to town. That's what she said. That the police won't even be able to stop her. Now, let me tell you what, in today's age, you should not be allowed to make a open threat like that, in my opinion. I would feel a little some kind of way about that. You know what I mean? She absolutely 100% said that shit. I'm like, Bullhorn Betty, you knucklehead. They're going to say, roll the footage, Larry. We got a live one. You know? Mm-mm.
Proof that they would have would be manufactured. And I can't imagine what they would manufacture. I mean,
Well, here's what they did. They manufactured some of your clips, put that shit together, and said, "Here you go, Judge." That's how they did it. I'm sure.
can't manufacture videos because anybody can go to my live
Well,
video.
they don't need to manufacture anything. They just go onto your channel, be a wada boom, bada bing.
And see what I say on any given basis. Anybody in my email can see who I email to, whatever. It's very easily proven. So there's nothing that they're going to be able to do except continuously lying under oath. And every time they lie, that's another perjury charge. So
And I hope you keep that same energy whenever you show up for your court date on August 16th in the state of Illinois. I hope you keep that same energy whenever you perjure yourself. I'm just saying.
Hey, so MTB, it's nice to see you. Do we know who filed it yet? No, I don't have an idea who filed because I haven't been served. And so if as soon as I'm served, I will know exactly who did it. But I have a funny feeling they're not going to be able to serve me before the 8th. Like they're idiots. They tried to do this in an effort to try to stop, like to literally violate my civil rights. Can you imagine what I'm about to do when I find out who this person is? Like this is beyond just a perjury charge. This is literally a civil rights issue. And they're trying to prevent me from being able to go forward with the gathering of voices. The gathering of voices is going no matter what, period.
If you guys hear a leaf blower or whatever, I'm sorry. Like I said, they're doing yard work. Hopefully you don't hear it. I can put it on mute while we continue on playing this.
End of subject. And they just keep going and going and going. And it's just not going to work because they're evil people. God protects godly people in mysterious ways. It's funny how it works out. Somebody actually lied under oath to try to get some type of emergency protective order and trying to force me to come into court in Tennessee on the 8th, but they have to serve me. And I haven't been served.
Oh, yes. I have every intentions on. So I have a checkup with my eye doctor. So I'll tell you my plan, guys. Okay. So I have a checkup with my eye doctor on Monday. So my husband and I like to go on vacation a couple times a year. We have some bucket list things, and we will be going through the state of Illinois on a particular day. Some days, okay, we're going to travel around there. Let me also reiterate, I don't know Queen Bee. I watch some of her things sometimes. I'm not a subscriber or anything. So I'm not going to see her. I don't know her. But I do watch Burnt Toast read the court documents because of Bullhorn Betty. Whenever I heard that the court date, because no one really knew when the court dates were going to be, they just kind of randomly appear, was going to be August 16th. Told my hubby, I said, oh my God, I would love to go. He's like, if we're in Illinois, we can go do that if you want, because I know you've been following this for a year and watching. And I always go in there and be like, listen to what she said this time. He doesn't really know who these people are, but I'm always telling him anyway. He acts like he cares. So he's like, yeah, I mean, if you want to go, that's fine. So my friends and I were talking over the weekend, and they're like, yeah, you need to get an Inspector Gadget outfit, and like you're sneaking in on the scene, and have fun with it and go there and listen to your court case, because that's all I talk to them about too, is like YouTube stuff, and this court case, because I'm like, she's going to mess around and find out she's playing with the Illinois state law and the judge and stuff. And I don't think they're going to play with her. She's coming from a Republican state to a Democratic state. And they don't view life like she does. They just don't in the state of Illinois. And that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but hey, been around Illinois for all my life. Okay. So, and I've been around the state of Florida all my life. So I'm just I see the different points of view, but I'm going to go to that court date. I'm telling you, I will go live from that courthouse. They may not let me in with the phone, because a lot of courthouses, you can't take phones and certain devices. Okay, that's fine. But baby, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to take me a notepad and I'm going to write down what's said to my best of my ability. Oh, hell to the yeah. And then I'm going to get back on my little phone and I'm going to give you everything that was said, the best of my ability. Oh, I plan on it. Absolutely. And it's not to harass Bullhorn Betty, but if I happen to like come across her in a hall, I'm going to ask her for an interview. You damn right. I'm not going to tell her who I am, though, by the way, but I'm sure she'll figure it out. But I'm going to ask her for an interview. You damn right. Be like, just because I want to throw her off, you know? Oh my gosh.
So I can tell you that I can tell you the nearest possibility of them service is definitely after the 8th. That's what I can tell you. But they did it. It was done literally on July 26th. So that was literally Sebastian's 5 months being missing. How disrespectful and disgraceful that is. They lied. They had to have lied under oath because the only way that they would have been able to give a temporary restraining order is if they physically felt that they were in threat of immediately, like me unaliving them. So they definitely lied under oath. So it doesn't really matter. We deal with this from they're felons. All these people that are in this, they're criminals. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about breaking the law. They don't care for the law. We are law and order channel. We don't break the law. We definitely.
But I also probably would think it'd be in my best, situation to call and make sure it's open to court. I don't want to cause. And here's the thing, what I won't want to do. I don't want to cause a situation in that courtroom. So I will call and make sure, even if I can't go in the courthouse during the court, I'll be at the court. They can't tell me I can't go on a public street. And I'm not going to threaten. I don't threaten people because let me tell you what, I enjoy the hell out of my life. And going around threatening people is not my cup of tea. Okay. I'm like, no, let's have it, eliminate and talk this shit out. Okay. And laugh at you, but I'm not going to threaten her. But yeah, I will go outside the courthouse. But if I can go in, I'm going in that courthouse if I'm allowed to. You bet your sweet ass I am.
Don't threaten people and definitely don't threaten them with their life, So these people don't care about following the law. As you can clearly see, they break the law every chance they get. Do you remember how many for 3 years they kept saying, Bullhorn Betty's breaking the law, Bullhorn Betty's breaking the law? No, you guys have been breaking the law. And that's what I've been saying for a really long time. And now you guys just keep showing your hand a little bit more and a little bit more, showing the whole entire world what kind of criminals you are and what you guys are willing to do to break the law. You guys have it's disgusting. But either way, it doesn't really matter. It hasn't prevented me, nor will it prevent me from doing a damn thing.
Well, you know what? Whenever someone else does the same thing that you do, and it has, and all of that intentions on you, Betty, like in the court, to keep that same energy, sweet cheeks.
So once I find out who it is, they're done. Like done, son. Put a fork in it. Done. They will be hit with.
Done, son. That's like a Queen Bee thing, and that's what she said today. I think you've been watching the Queen, Queen Bee.
That's a civil suit, and it doesn't really matter because this is a close place for me to come. It's a lot different going 1,000 miles away. But if they think I'm going to keep playing this, I'll sue every last person. Keep messing with me, you guys will all have to deal with it. You can't sit here and prevent somebody from doing something illegally. There are processes to make sure that you're doing stuff lawfully. That's the whole purpose of the court hearing. You can't go in there and say, oh my God, it doesn't work like that. Judges don't go over whether you cry in front of them. You have to have a legitimate purpose and you have to be in fear for your personal safety. I have not jeopardized anybody's personal safety.
But you don't know that because you did do all your messy shit and you live recorded it. So
nor have I.
You can't really tell someone how they're supposed to interpret that because they don't know you. Okay. I'm telling you, if I go to the courthouse in the state of Illinois, I'm coming with a lemon water and a bag of popcorn. I'm armed with lemon water and a bag of popcorn and a notebook to write what happens. That's what I'm going to have. Water and popcorn.
Nor will I. So that is the only way you can get that temporary restraining order. And not only that, but when they filed it, I wasn't even in Tennessee. I was literally sitting at my home in Florida. I can literally document every single thing that I did that day because I was online literally all day working. And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I was doing arguing back and forth with somebody's attorney all day. So, I mean, either way you look at it, they lied through their teeth. And when I find out who they are, they're going to have a heavy cost to pay. Never mind the criminal aspect of it because they broke the freaking law. Do you
So
think
right
courts
there is kind of dangerous to say, Betty. You said they're going to have a heavy cost to pay, never mind the law. Okay, so that can be interpreted on different things. Are you threatening the person that did this, or what are you actually saying?
are jungle gym? Do you think the courts are a jungle gym? You think they're here for your own entertainment and purposes that you can just go and willfully violate the law and there's no repercussions of it? None. Especially when you can clearly see this was done in an intentional act to keep me from exercising my constitutional rights. That's a civil rights violation.
Well, I hope my civil rights ain't violated.
It has, Alan. It has. Because everybody keeps saying they don't do real life, but everybody does real life, right? Except the one person they kept saying went real life. And I kept saying, guys, quit listening to them. They keep telling you to look over there, so you're not seeing what they're doing over here. And now that I broke away from everybody, they can't say, oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. I ain't doing nothing. And so now they're showing every bit of their hand because they have to keep this lie going that I do all this stuff and this, that, and the other. And it is what it is. It's a lie.
I wonder if I make a fake press pass like Bullhorn Betty, if I'll get in, because she just printed one off the computer. So I might just print one off, but I'll put it in a hat like they used to back in the day. You know how they used to, the press people, they would just wear like a press hat and they would put this little card in their hats, and they did that shit in the city, right? And in metropolitan areas, and put my press pass in my hat and be like, I'm going to pull out my press pass, be like, I'm with the press. I have to record this. I'm with the YouTube press.
It is a lie. I know this is different with people getting on you, but I couldn't believe my eyes the other day with the Florida mom who got probation for.
Oh, yeah, this is just some kind of blah, blah, blah.
So I'd like to, your opinion. Driving through bad storms. Yeah, it's been a family and do what we can to find answers when there's not a lot of resources, these everybody thinks that these families, they profit somehow. They make anybody destroy. Yeah, they're not creators. They don't create content. They steal other people's content and they criticize it. And it's not like it's under fair use criticism.
So here's what she says. I'm doing that. Not just me, but other people are doing wrong. That this is not the right way to do things. Okay.
Because you're supposed to take a small clip of the entire body and criticize the clip. They're not doing that. They think playing your entire video and stopping here and talking about this and stopping here and talking about this is somehow fair use. And it's just not. It's just not.
Well, then why doesn't YouTube stop us from doing that then, Bullhorn?
So I didn't get an alert. Well, it might be because I went live earlier. You said restraining order for what? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not home. So I can guarantee any possibility of serving me is going to be after the 8th. I can guarantee.
Because you dodged it, probably, in my opinion. If you didn't get served at 11:30 on the 30th, and they attempted to serve you 11:30 a.m. on the 30th, you're running. Okay, and most adults, when they know something is happening in their life like this, they get their big girl panties on, and they say, you know what? I'm going to accept what is given to me, and I'm going to handle it like a big girl. But no, instead, we got a band on the run.
Guarantee that. But either way, you guys know I've never threatened anybody. I've never threatened anybody with bodily harm. I mean, the worst thing I've ever said is I could care less whether a few people got hit by a bus. I mean, that's like to the extent of any threat I've ever made. Right? That's like to the extent of any threat I've ever made in my life. My goodness.
I might really do that too, just for shits and giggles.
This family is like the mafia. It's not them though. It's probably a content creator. I guarantee it's not. I don't think Chris and Katie would jeopardize being sued.
And it very well could be because you threatened to defecate on someone's lawn. Band on the run, song bomb, things like, right? I might do that too. I might put YouTube press on my badge because I have some really creative friends and we like to do really funny stuff. And so I might be like, here's what I need, ladies. I need a lantern thingy like she wears around her neck. And I need it to say YouTube press. Right? That is an assault. And that might be what they're talking about. I don't know because I try to clip Betty, but let me tell you what, I spend time on YouTube, but I don't spend all my time on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I heard that she had said that. I don't personally have a clip of it, but I heard she said that to, go pee pee on somebody's channel. And ever since Clue decided to, you know, do what she did, I got to stay away from her. So I can't even give her a review. I can't give her a clip. I can't do nothing with that chick. Nope. She can't put her panties on because Delilah ate them, right? Well,
civilly. I trust me. I don't see them or their parents putting their neck out, because once a lawsuit goes on, I can literally dig. Nobody wants discovery, and I don't.
What did you just say? Is that why you're avoiding it, Betty? Because no one wants discovery? Because that's whenever you can get in trouble for lying.
I don't see them putting their neck out there. This is a trashy piece of shit that is on those trash channels that thought they were going to be Billy Badass, and probably got.
Betty, 2 chihuahuas ran you out of your house and you had to run to mama's. 2 chihuahuas. And you want to talk about Billy Badass? 2 freaking ankle biters ran you up out your house, little Skid Row. Okay, Skid Row, you were born and raised in Skid Row, and 2 chihuahuas ran you up out your crib. Heifer, please.
Some guidance, because we heard somebody was in town just right before this happened. So I'm pretty sure they were guided by a man that I used to date that I'm most likely going to be suing as soon as I get home, to try to stop the rest of this nonsense from going on. He's been the instigator of a lot of stuff. I just was too blind to see it a long time ago. So I'm not going to really go into it, because at this point it's a legal matter between me and him. And that's kind of where I'm going to be with that conversation, period. So it is what it is. I'm late to the party. I'm late to the party too. I didn't know I was such a horrible criminal, a threatening criminal, a menace to society, if you will. A slap menace to society. I keep seeing everyone say, why aren't you like, even at the bottom where they sign, it tells you what the penalty of lying is. It literally, at the bottom of their form, it tells them specifically that by lying and signing this, and you're testing under oath, if you are found to be untruthful, you could.
The judge would not accept it if he didn't find that there was, pretty good information to make someone feel unsafe.
Have up to 11 months, 29 days in jail, and up to a $2,500 fine.
Betty, what happens if you get 11 months and 29 days in jail in the state of Illinois? Oh, that would hurt. Ouch, Charlie, that hurt.
And it still did not prevent them, probably because some idiot told them, oh, they'll never do that. Well, have you known me to only go just halfway with anything? Like,
why would you expect someone to only go halfway with you, Bets? Maybe someone else, you're going to come across someone else with that same attitude, and then what's going to happen?
Not dealing with a normal person. Like, I anticipate and expect.
Oh, she finally said it. You're not dealing with a normal person. Oh my God. The first thing is admitting that there's a problem. Well, thank you, Jesus.
To have criminal charges filed against whoever did this. And they can take that. They can clip this and take this to the court, because that's about as much of a threat as I've ever given anybody on this platform.
That's what she says.
And sorry, threatening of a lawsuit is not threatening of bodily harm. I hate to burst everybody's bubble. And ignorance to the law is not a defense. 6 things the Lord hates: a proud look, a liar shedding innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that swiftly run to mischief, and one that speaks lies, one that sows discord. Exactly.
Okay, Betty, I would love for you to write that down on a little sticky note and put that on your mirror in your bathroom, because, baby, you do exactly that, in my opinion, on a daily basis. I think that whoever put that in your chat was trying to tell you something. Okay? Because you said, God's been lost in society, and we gave you a mission to go find God. Okay? Because then maybe when you find him, you will turn your life around. Okay? But this right here needs to be put on a sticky note for you to stick on your kitchen, in your bathroom, by your bedside table, everywhere. Because you, ma'am, do this frequently.
They're trying to sabotage your channel. They're not going to sabotage my channel. That's why they're going to this criminal element, because they've tried to sabotage my channel for 3 years and it hasn't worked. As a matter of fact, we've been growing like crazy. So everything, still nothing happening. Nothing gonna happen. I can promise you they're looking right when I'm looking left. Like they have literally no earthly idea. Had I not said I was at my mom's, they would have no clue, you know? And they can't serve me at my mom's, you know?
I don't know if
They have to
that's
serve.
true or not. I asked a few people if they knew if this was true or not. Could somebody be served at a different location? Like say if you have a paper, I don't know. Like I don't know because I don't know the law like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they come across there during a traffic stop. I guess the paper has to be with the officer, so that would make sense. Okay, I answered my own damn question. Whew.
Me at my home. Somebody, I don't know who, and nobody knows. They've got their name blocked out on the online thing, but I will find out because as soon as I get home,
That's probably for a safety reason, Bets.
I'll call up to my sheriff's office and find out who it is.
I don't think they're going to give you that information. It might be for a safety reason, Betty.
I'm late.
I could just be assuming, but I would guess.
Also have to replay. Oh, it's not a whole lot. We're just moaning and groaning about people breaking the law to try to sabotage the gathering of voices. Nothing's going to sabotage the gathering of voices. Period. You know? And if they do, they will be sued the shit out of. And I will be going after them for federal charges because it's a violation of my civil rights. So it's not even I'm past all of this stuff. I really am. They just wanted content. They wanted to talk about it. They wanted a response from me so they can plaster it up on their screen so they can talk about it and say ha 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 ha. But you know, at the end of the day, the laugh's on them because
It's not really a ha 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 because someone is absolutely apparently afraid for their safety when you come to town. So it's not really a laughing matter. What is a laughing matter is that you do not know how to take adult responsibility, Betty. And what is a laughing matter is that you do not know what you do and what you say has repercussions that you say publicly online. When you actually talk about weapons and, weed whackers machetes that you want to come and take with you, that could scare someone. Okay. Especially whenever you use the name of people in the same sentence of buying that stuff, using that shit makes people nervous because you come across very unstable, in my opinion, on some of your live streams. I mean,
because you literally had to violate the law. You're having to you can't beat somebody by following the law, so you have to violate the law.
Really?
And I'm not even competing with them. They are so beneath us and so beneath this channel that they're literally on the other, they're on the other side of the freaking tracks. They're the 8 Mile, So it's like it's going to be easily proven, and they think they're going to cause problems. What problems have they caused for me? Absolutely none. I bet you right now they're doing more work than I am right now at the present time.
She can be served anywhere at any time.
Hey, Vicki, it's nice to see you.
Ouchie, Betty.
Oh, I am getting tired though. Else. Like I didn't know. I found out from social media. So we need to get to the source of it. So send me all the links that have discussed this particular situation, with the whole restraining order or whatever, and we're going to get her, force her to come to Tennessee and stuff like that. Give me, send all of those to bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Any Twitters for my family here that does a lot of Twitter. Find out if anybody was posting about it or anybody has screenshotted it. I want to know exactly who are posting this because I have a funny feeling that it's all going to go back to one specific channel. I have it.
But how could that even be legit? Like, okay, you have to live in the state of Tennessee to get an order of protection in the state of Tennessee.
Just a little inkling that it will. So I know you guys are out there and they're wanting their clicks and views for the information, the breaking news. So we should be able to uncover who is behind this very quickly. Phil, where are you? Oh, you guys. Hey, Ginger. Wolf, it's nice to see you. SRK, it's nice to see you as well. Discuss what? Only whoever signed that document and under penalty of perjury is about to have a wake-up call. So, if I were them, I'd withdraw it, but they're too busy trying to make content by falsely utilizing. And as soon as I find out who it is, they're going to be hit with a lawsuit. I'm going to just pay the fee. And I'm going to have it already prepared because I've already got, a template, right? I'm already in a court case similar to it. It's just changing out a bunch of stuff and looking up different laws.
So you're going to sue somebody because they feel unsafe when you're coming to town, and the police won't even know how to handle you. That's what you said.
laws versus the local laws. So again, they have every right to withdraw it, but I guarantee that they won't. So you want to play? Okay. I can guarantee
think
by the
this
end of
whole
this,
video is kind of threatening, in my opinion. I mean, if you want to really take the words that's coming out of her mouth when she knows this situation is going on, it's kind of threatening, in my opinion.
you won't be too happy, because one thing a judge will not put up with is somebody doing abuse of power in their court. Like it is, like that is, it's beyond
Keep that same energy, Bets.
a pet peeve of a judge, beyond a pet peeve. And I just have to prove the harassment I've been going through, and they're tanked. They're absolutely tanked.
Well, here, let me tell you this. I would suggest you to find an attorney that's familiar with the laws in Tennessee.
Looks like a good reasoning for questioning. Yeah. Can you bring the CPS case to federal? What CPS case? I don't know what CPS. I don't have children. Children's service our state, but oh, okay. You're just asking. Okay, gotcha. When Faith went back to Nina, why
That would be
CP is
funny.
still silent? Because they got some serious problems on their end. You know, think about it. Chris and Katie got some major problems. A kid went missing in their locked home, and there's no evidence that the boy left their home except some weird flashlights going to an anonymous, unnamed, unmarked car.
Now, this right here is crazy because the police have never said anything like this. Now, she has people that watch her channel, and she's putting out misinformation. The police have not said anything to the fact of this, okay? So I have to kind of base my information and say this is factual information, what the police have said, okay? So TBI, the local police, the state police have never said this, ever. So please do not run with this information. This is a Betty theory. Whew.
That is just a silhouette in a image, and then you see one flashlight, only one and one only, go back to the house, and it just so happens only one person woke up that morning in that house. They got a lot of problems. I guarantee when they did the reenactment, the cameras would have picked up the officer walking out the front door. I guarantee it. And that's going to be their biggest hurdle for Chris and Katie.
So that's a guarantee. She's standing on that with 10 toes down. I have no idea what happened to that boy, but I am not feel at liberty to speculate anything on either side. The dad, the stepdaddy, the mama, the grandmama, the step grandmama. No one. I have no idea.
Because there's no evidence he walked out that front door, but they're adamant that he did, because they need him to walk out that door, because she screwed up by saying that the windows and doors were locked, because they were so adamant and did not want the forensics done, did not want to make this a big deal, didn't want to make this an abduction type of situation. They wanted to make it look like a runaway. He just up and ran away and nothing to see over here. And it didn't quite work like that for them. And so naturally, Chris and Katie, in a pinch, went straight to the gutter channels for help, because they were the only channels that would help them.
Well, I think that they went to Dutchie's, and I think Dutchie puts out some pretty damn factual information. She lets people speak. So I wouldn't consider Duchess a gutter channel. And that's my opinion. I like to watch Dutchie. If you want to know about like some facts that's been put out there and then thrown in with a little bit of an opinion, but she likes to say, this is what happened. This is what the police have said thus far. So I cannot say that Dutchie would do something that is bad. And that's so far with my experience with Dutchie.
Because no respectable channel is going to help parents that can't explain or answer a few basic questions. And they were giving everybody a runaround. They weren't answering the few basic questions. What they're trying to do.
So what I'm trying to do is find where she's
that's what the restraining order. But they have to have. They are as hot air. They wouldn't even know how to investigate. Like, look at them. Every single thing they've done is wrong. Everything they say is a lie. I don't know when people are going to get sick and tired of being lied to and manipulated all the time. But hey, if they're that dumb, then maybe they deserve to be lied.
People stuck around your channel for a couple of years, and you do a lot. In my opinion, you do a lot of fibbing and a lot of asking for money. I'm just saying.
To and manipulated all the time. I don't know what to tell them. I know that we've acquired a lot of people from those hate channels because they see the content opening. They want to, oh, thank you, Miss Lee Mama 3. Thank you. We're live, right? About this, defending myself against this preposterous bullshit, right? Excuse my language, but it is. It's bullshit. And I'm sitting here just laughing at them. Like they're absolutely so stupid. And they don't realize that they're really causing themselves problems into the future because let's face it, if say it's a woman, right? And say she's being abused at home by her man. You think when she goes into court the next time to really need a restraining order, you think she's going to be able or he's going to be able to get it? Probably not, because they already have a path, a path of lying. It's going to be a recorded path of lying to courts.
Betty, you're not right in the head. You something is wrong in my opinion with your brain up here. Maybe clean out something in your head or take a break off of YouTube, get your feet in the grass or something. Become one with God because you are losing your marbles. I mean, why would you even say some shit like that?
It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And if they are a criminal, if they get charged again, this is going to come back to bite them again because now they're already on record for lying to courts. So either way you look at it, it's bad. Thank you all for you do. I emailed you about something for Delilah Bean. Oh, okay, GLB. What was that? I thought my okay, I keep reading. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so just bear with me. I'm not from Tennessee, but in Minnesota, the plaintiff is always listed. I wonder how they got.
She's shitty crazy.
I would like, you know what? I don't even want to hear you say that. I want you to produce receipts. I want to hear me threaten somebody in somebody's bodily harm or hurting them. You cannot say that me saying I'm coming to a community to do a gathering of voices is considered.
That's not what you said, Bets. That's not what you said. You're gonna do bad things to people when and the police, they won't even know how to act when you get there. So we're just gonna. I don't know where it is in this video, but let's hear what Queen Bee had to say about this today. I'm not going to listen to her whole stream. She has super long streams, and but just her response. I'm going to copy the link so if you guys want to listen to it. Uh-oh. So they're saying that she was served as well. So I don't know. Someone else said that they attempted to serve her and now, she was served. Let me go back up here in the chat. Oh yeah, she's very aware. She knows what's going on. Said, well, that's terrifying. No, knowing any elderly or vulnerable person online now could feel like she's talking to them with some kind of power. Yeah. I mean, if it was my parents and she ran up on them, I would say, we need to make sure that you're protected because she is coming back for this. And if you happen to run across her while you're doing your daily shopping, mom and dad, and she says she's bringing a pew pew because the laws are the same in those states. I would highly suggest my parents making the law aware of it. I'm being honest too. I'm not like just saying this shit. Like I'm being for real. So here's where it does say that she has the DV. in her name, and the ages and everything like that. So she was well into her 30s, still out here making a muck of herself. She has anger issues, in my opinion, from reading this. So if the judge was aware of this, you know what I mean? Like, if they know this, they're like, yeah, you know, it may be in your best interest, Mr. and Mrs. I don't know who it is. That, you know, since she said that she was going to bring a pew pew and this, it might be in your best interest to go ahead and get an emergency order of protection because people do crazy things in 2024. We just had a young man try to unalive a former president of the United States of America in a crowd of people. I mean, come on. All right, here's where she said the 320. Okay. So yeah, Queen Bee clearly said that she did not do it. And down here on 350 something, this is where Betty said some pretty crazy shit. Now, this right here is really scary, in my opinion. Skirt, throw the brakes on. What do you really think your law enforcement's going to do when you piss me the F off? Wow, Betty. Throw that damn brake on again, baby. To me, in my opinion, that right there is a damn hot ass threat. Right there, I'm sorry to say, but her stating that right there is scary as shit to say. Even saying that to the police. You know what I mean? I'm like, say what now? That right there is scary, scary, scary. Oh, thanks, Elaine. I just have fun. I'm not really trying to like be a lot of subs. I like it just kind of small and chill because we have a lot of fun over here. If you get too many people, then it goes too fast and oh, too much stuff. So yeah, we just like to have fun. What does it say? It says, I cannot believe she's currently chasing down Chris Proudfoot in Mississippi right now. She really needs to stop going back to watch her current live. Is that where you think she is? What? Oh, Lord have mercy. She needs to stop chasing people down, in my opinion. Like I said, could you imagine? I don't know who's guilty, who did what to this boy, right? But could you imagine, just hypothetically speaking, if your stepson or son is lost and you have this lady just saying all these kinds of things? Wouldn't that be terrible? Oh, you guys couldn't hear Bets? Oh, shoot. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to replay it. I'm sorry, guys. Can't hear Bets? Why can't we hear Bets? Let me go back. It's really kind of low, so I'll try. My volume is low. I'll put mine on mute. Did I go back from that? Still no sound? What the hell? What the heck? Wonder why there's no sound. I'm going to stop sharing it, then I'll reshare it. Then maybe that's the problem. I don't know why it's not playing. Okay, we'll try it again, guys.
Doesn't she look like she's lost weight even from this video?
Okay, let me know if you guys can hear it.
Like, she looks even skinnier today than in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got dark circles under her eyes, so you can tell she's not sleeping very well. With that fucking rotted ass food, I'm not sure how in the hell she must have a stomach of steel or something. I don't know how in the fuck she even deals with that.
Okay, I'm
Look
not
at
going
the
to touch it. I'm going to
demeanor
let it
in
play,
her.
guys.
The difference in this, like,
Yes.
I mean, like, even just that. Look, the nostrils are flared. The like, her jaw is set. Like, she means business. This right here, this is probably why they got the whomever got an ex parte order on her, because she's openly stated she's coming back.
Right?
Exactly. And she's going to do a fundraiser for a pew pew. Here, let me play this.
Oh, fuck.
You want to pull my card? Do that shit again, Mr. Proudfoot, Mr. Bowerstocks. Pull that shit again. You will hear me. You will hear me. Pull that shit again. Double dog dare you. Double dog dare you. Actually, it's in this phone here. Oops, sorry, guys. I gotta put you, seat you back. I hate this. I like the thing because it's cool, but I don't like it because it's a pain in the ass to get the phone into. And I need to find out where the hell my room is. Actually, I think right now.
So her little fucking firearm comment comes up here real soon. Let's see.
Now, he said it's getting you like a 50 over by a. I'm there. He also said that, you know what? They reminded me that Tennessee has reciprocity in Florida, or with Florida. He said I can bring my gun there. My concealed weapons license works here just fine. So you know what I think I'm gonna do? Maybe we'll get a little GoFundMe. Maybe I just need to go to the local gun store and get myself a little pistol. Right? I think this is an open carry state. We'll get myself a little hoister. I mean, if it's going to be the Wild Wild West, Bullhorn Betty's going to get her cowboy hat and her shit kicking boots on. I'm just saying. But I don't roll that way. I'm not here for problems. I came here to do a job. I did my job. We still have a lot of work to do. I'm going to still continue to do my job, whether or not law enforcement is called 1,000 times. You want to waste law enforcement's time? That's fine. You can waste law enforcement's time. They can sit right there and watch me do my job. And if they feel like I'm out of line, they can ticket me. And if they want to continue to ticket me, I'll just continue to pay those tickets. They want to take and put those silver handcuffs on me for advocating for this boy. Well, then God bless them. Let it be. Let it be what it is. But I will tell you one thing. Anybody that's going to arrest me, I don't know. I just don't think that anybody is going to seriously arrest somebody for posting these. Can you imagine them having to explain to a judge why they arrested a person for posting paper?
Yeah, I can.
Literally posting
Actually, that's not all you've done, though. That's the thing. That's not the only thing that you have done. She's live now. She just said she was in Mississippi and just finished spying on Chris at Yogi Bear Campground. Wow. That's crazy. Is she okay? Like, we got to go snoop. Like, I think that's what they call that, stream sniping. Let's go snoop. Okay. I got to. I have to go stream snipe. I think that's what it's called. I don't really know, but we're going to go at least go take a gander, guys. Okay. Live. Is she really live? Maybe not on her main channel. Bedtime stories or something like that. Crime stories or something like that. Maybe she's on live there. Oh, it says it's live. Oh, crap. That's not. No, I don't see her live anywhere. I don't think she was live. Nope. I don't see her live. I'll check her page again. The latest one, that was 5 hours ago. That was the new one here. And if we look here, I'll share this. If we look in her thing, she did tag it. It's the last. Okay. I'll share this to the screen so you guys can see it. Because I did like look in the description and she tagged where she was. It was like Hendersonville. Like the location. I can see it on my phone, but anyways, we'll watch it and see what she says. I watched her this morning, but I didn't think she was in Hendersonville.
Thumbs up button, right? Good morning, Brienne, Chaos, Lori, Phil, Don.
Turn it on fast.
Cynthia, it's nice to see you. Paula, advocate and fight for the safe return of Sebastian Rogers. And happened in almost 6 months. Good morning, old Rusty. Paula, it's nice to see you. Wanda, good morning. And I just don't want people being fueled by the distractions because I got to be honest with you. Ever since this clicks and views, which
she goes in and out, I know that.
Situation is not going to go away for them or me. I can promise you that. So
that's not it. Okay.
You know, there is some issues with that, but you know, my whole entire news feed, or not my news feed.
Let me go back. This one's not it. And then the other one that I see is Who Broke the Law. And that was 20 hours ago. The other one, her other channel, the last one that she uploaded was like her and her dog. So let me go back to the chat and see which one you guys are talking about. She even passed St. Jude. She's driving. Maybe she blocked me. Well, I should say if I'm blocked or not. Huh. Maybe it's in videos. Maybe it's not alive. Let's see. Oh, yep. 26 minutes ago. Got you. It was a video. Okay. Well, we'll share it. Got it, guys. I got it. Let me take that off the screen so we can see it. I found it, y'all. I don't know if that's considered stream sniping. I don't know. It's all right.
There's Chris's trailer. So by the time you guys even know I'm here, I'm already gone. That's how we roll here on the Bullhorn Betty Show. God bless. From the East Coast to the West Coast.
Well, good for you.
Doing what it takes here on the Bullhorn Betty channels to defy mainstream media in our pursuit of these victims. God bless you. Right now I'm in Mississippi and following a few leads out here. And I decided I was ready to come by and take a look at the Yogi Bear campground and decide.
Girl, you better hope that order isn't against the Proudfoots. I'm just saying. Oh Lord, shooky now, Betty. You just keep on. You push it. You're pushing the boundaries.
Whether Chris is here, whether he's been lying to us about his job, whether he even has a job at St. Jude's, and
it doesn't matter if he does or doesn't, Betty. That's none of your business.
His camper is here. Now, I'm unsure about a lot, but
let me inform you something, Betty. You are not the police. You are not the FBI. You are not TBI. You're not the Fed. You are not the CIA. You are a lady with a makeshift badge on you. Okay?
4 minutes away from where he's allegedly camping at. So here you see, there's the Yogi Bear campground. And I'm on foot right now.
She does.
I parked at a local store, which I'm a patron of. Thought we would come here because we haven't heard hide nor hair from Katie or Chris. And naturally, I want to walk on easements. There's no sidewalks here, so all you can do, well, there's a sidewalk over there, which I'll probably cross the road and walk on the legitimate sidewalk. But there you go.
He's not walking on the other side of the road, and there is a sidewalk. So maybe, let's pay attention, folks.
The problem is where he was stationed before. He has a Montana, and I don't see the Montana here. I thought I saw him creeping and parking next to a cabin, which is right here. See the black truck? But I can't tell if that's his or not. There's the Montana, so it is his. So there's the Montana, and it looks like there's Chris's truck hidden away. Hidden away right there. Out of the eyesight.
Betty, you are something else. You are pushing it.
Of people. Now I'm here. As you can see, he's still there. That is his. Well, he has a GMC.
Right?
I thought he had a Chevrolet, so maybe that isn't his. I see that it's that one there. It's parked there is a GMC.
They're saying this is today. She's acting like it's today.
And there's Chris's Montana. So we need to find out if he's parking in another vehicle or if he's parking someplace else. But I was here last night and he was not at his camper. And it doesn't appear like anybody is at his camper. And it stays that way for quite some time. So there's the cabins and everything like that. And we have new home sites over here. So
Betty.
We do have a lot of different information going on. But here you go. This is the campground right here.
Thanks, Michelle.
And there's Chris's RV. And I thought Chris was parking someplace else, but that's a GMC. So unless he's borrowing somebody else's car, he hasn't been staying here. So what do you think about this new information? As you can see right behind me is
it's not new. They've been there.
Yogi Bear campground. I have been here through the week. He hasn't been coming to his camper. I believe they're renting this spot here as a decoy. I don't believe he works at St. Jude's anymore. He hasn't moved. He hasn't come home. He hasn't left. He hasn't. So nobody's here. And I guarantee when I go by their house later today, they will be there.
Oh, well, thanks for letting us know where you're at. Maybe they can serve you that. No, because the police have these things called, computers that are connected to the license plate division. And they can go through the parking lots if they really want to at local hotels and be like, ding, there you are. I mean, that's called investigative work with the police department, Betty, but I could be wrong.
I don't think Chris is staying here. I don't know why he's keeping his camper here. It makes me wonder because, they can get a search warrant for his camper even if it's in Mississippi.
Is this an old
And I'm
clip?
wondering if he's keeping it here to make it more difficult for a search warrant potentially. We're hearing that
Right.
there were forensics done. I'm going to find that out. I'm not leaving
It
the
very
state
well
of Tennessee
could be.
without knowing for sure. But
Probably is.
I'm here, folks. And I'm sorry for deceiving
Let's
you, but I'm
listen.
sure you understand exactly why I had to. I would not be able to get my work done with people constantly interfering with my business. This is what we do. We continue to do it over and over again. We fight for these victims. We fight for these cases. And more importantly, we fight for their families when they're being unnecessarily attacked, which is what's happened to Seth. And of course, naturally, I probably wouldn't have worked as hard on this case if it wasn't for bad actors attacking a disabled innocent
Look
man
at the sun.
that has a disabled
It's
son missing.
evening.
And
This is a dupe. Look at the sun. Wait a second. I think everybody's right. I think this is old too. I think it's old too. Look at the way, because it's like day. It's like afternoon. No, Betty. Ain't buying that shit. Look at the way the sun's hitting their face there. That's like a sun goeth downeth time of the dayeth. Betty, stop. Okay, I'm thinking that's old. Sorry. Well, I mean, I'm thinking that's old, but she tried to buffalo us like we don't. Come on, Bets. Try again. She did this last time she was there. The day before she went to St. Jude's to film. She's full of shit. She was there yesterday. She could have been there yesterday. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you it's not right now. I'm going to tell you that. Okay, well, I think she filmed it this week. Watch to the end. Okay, I'm going to skip through some of it because
keep working. He had to have gone somewhere. He didn't just stay in his camper. He had to eat, right? So I'll be hitting some evening places, Applebee's, the Roadhouse, and kind of upper, not McDonald's and Burger King, but I might actually hit those two to see if he has a hankering for
Applebee's is not an upper. Okay, whatever you're going to end that sentence with, that's not an upper. That's just regular shit.
fast food. Don't know. We'll find out. All right, guys. So it's been a pretty busy morning so far.
The prices of McDonald's now, you can find a better deal at Applebee's. I'm just saying. Okay, that's just expensive as hell. And it tastes like crap. Just pay 50 cents more and go to Applebee's.
Today, I went to Lowe's. I went to Home Depot. I went to the Yogi Bear campground. I did see his camper there. I thought he was hiding his truck, but the truck that was hidden was a GMC, not a Chevrolet. So I'm going to go back and look at his truck make and model again to be precise, but it doesn't seem like he's staying, which I think has already been determined that he hasn't been staying at the camper. Now, we know he disappeared for 17 hours. I'm wondering right now if he took a cash withdrawal before he left, because it is my belief he would have had to stop unless he took tools from the house. He would have had to stop and acquire something that'll help bring some answers to
yesterday, but I'm kind of guaranteeing it wasn't today. Let me read you have to watch the video from the beginning to the end. Oh, you have to watch it to okay, if you guys want to watch it, we can. No problem. If you guys want to watch it, we will watch it. It's 18 minutes long. I got it on fast speed, so we'll watch it. Okay, let's roll.
That's how we roll here on the Bullhorn Betty Show. God bless. From the East Coast to the West Coast, we will continue to work. We will continue. Hey guys, so the gig is kind of up. I'm going to have to break the news at some point that I'm not in Florida. Right now I'm in Mississippi and following a few leads out here. And I decided I was ready to come by and take a look at the Yogi Bear campground and decide whether Chris is here, whether he's been lying to us about his job, whether he even has a job at St. Jude's, and whether his camper is here.
Now, I'm unsure about a lot, but I'm 4 minutes away from where he's allegedly camping at. So here you see, there's the Yogi Bear campground, and I'm on foot right now. I parked at a local store, which I'm a patron of. Thought we would come here because we haven't heard hide nor hair from Katie or Chris. And naturally, I want to walk on easements. There's no sidewalks here, so all you can do, well, there's a sidewalk over there, which I'll probably cross the road and walk on the legitimate sidewalk. But there you go. The problem is where he was stationed before. He has a Montana, and I don't see the Montana here. I thought I saw him creeping and parking next to a cabin, which is
Bullhorn Betty tried to walk outside my house or whatever, I would just keep following her. I would drive that lady absolutely insane. Okay. I really would, because I'd be like, you picked the wrong one. Okay. I'm going to do exactly what you're doing. If it's legal for you, then it's legal for me.
right here. See the black truck? But I can't tell if that's his or not. There's the Montana. So it is his. So there's the Montana. And it looks like there's Chris's truck hidden away. Hidden away right there. Out of the eyesight of people. Now I'm here. As you can see, he's still there. That is his. Well, he has a GMC. I thought he had a Chevrolet. So maybe that isn't his. I see that it's that one there. It's parked there is a GMC. And there's Chris's Montana. So we need to find out if he's parking in another vehicle or if he's parking someplace else. But I was here.
I mean, with the amount of people that are, act nuts in this world, and just to put this person's information out there is very, very dangerous. And that's just my opinion.
Last night,
you don't see anybody going by Bullhorn Betty's house, filming her house, her car, her dog, you know what I mean? Freaking, it's dangerous in my opinion.
It's not at his camper. And it doesn't appear like anybody is at his camper. And it stays that way for quite some time.
Yep.
So there's the cabins and everything like that. And we have new home sites over here. So we do have a lot of different information going on. But here you go. This is the campground right here.
I know.
And there's Chris's RV.
And that's what I
thought
the biggest thing too, is people are actually cheering this behavior on, because no one knows who did what to this boy. No one has any factual information except what the police has provided us with. And that's not a whole lot. I'm sure if they had enough evidence to arrest somebody, I'm sure that they would. Okay, I'm not saying either parent is innocent or guilty. I have no freaking clue. I wasn't there. I don't live in the house. I have no idea. But I do know that the boy's missing, and he's still missing. I do know that's still a fact. Okay, but I don't know have any other information. But to insinuate that someone is guilty, that's for the court to do. Okay, not you, Betty.
Chris was parking someplace else, but that's a GMC. So unless he's borrowing somebody else's car, he hasn't been staying here. So what do you think about this new information? As you can see right behind me is the Yogi Bear campground. I have been here through the week. He hasn't been coming to his camper. I believe they're renting this spot here as a decoy. I don't believe he works at St. Jude's anymore. He hasn't moved. He hasn't come home. He hasn't left. So nobody's here. And I guarantee when I go by their house later today, they will be there. I don't think Chris is staying here. I don't know why he's keeping his camper here. It makes me wonder because, they can get a search warrant for his camper even if it's in Mississippi. And I'm wondering if he's keeping it here to make it more difficult for a search warrant potentially. We're hearing that there were forensics done. I'm going to find.
Betty, you don't know how the police officers work, do you? And you say that you've been doing this for a long time and you're perfect at everything. You're one of those humans that were specially made, that know everything about everything, and you've done everything there is under the sun, and you are a perfectionist at it. Betty, If they needed to get a search warrant for that RV, I'll damn guarantee you, honey child, they would have did it. If they haven't already, we don't know what they've done and what they haven't done. You don't know what they haven't done. I'm just, you don't know.
Find that out.
And you know what really that's why I think I cover her for this reason. Okay. Because she puts out so much false information and throws accusations around about family members that she does not know if they're guilty or not. She says she does this in the name of trying to find a child. Unfortunately, she's never found a child yet in her life. Okay. She says she's not a drama channel, but she creates drama wherever she goes on the backs of these children. And that's what makes me angry. Okay. That's what gets underneath my skin with this lady. And that's why I cover her like I do, because she does not help these children. And it's an embarrassment to the family, and it's hurtful to the child that's still missing. She does no justice.
I'm not leaving the state of Tennessee without knowing for sure. But I'm here, folks. And I'm sorry for deceiving you, but I'm sure you understand exactly why I had to. I would not be able to get my work done with people constantly interfering with my business. This is what we do. We continue to do it over and over again. We fight for these victims. We fight for these cases. And more importantly, we fight for their families when they're being unnecessarily attacked, which is what's happened to Seth. And of course, naturally,
You pick a side, Betty. You pick whoever you think, or whoever who's going to come to your channel and do an interview with. This has been done over and over and over again. If Leilani's grandmother would have let you in that house to interview, you would have stuck beside her like shit on stink, and you know it. But they didn't want nothing to do with the likes of craziness like you. Come on, be real.
we wouldn't have worked as hard on this case if it wasn't for bad actors attacking a disabled innocent man that has a disabled son missing. And most likely at the hands of the boy's mother and stepfather, something bad may have happened to him. And for people to be attacking him is disgusting. I'll never understand it, but we do believe that there is true evil in this world. And I believe part of that evil is right here on YouTube. This is Bullhorn Betty, and I'm in front of the Yogi Bear campground. I have been walking, I have been researching, and more importantly, today, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions to a lot of people in this area, including businesses that have supplies, right? Shovel answers. So I'm making my rounds. I just came here. I didn't have anybody that saw Chris here at all, but I talked to somebody at the customer service desk and let them know to please check their footage from February 26th to March 1st.
And you really think that they're going to do that because Bullhorn Betty said to? Now you're trying to impede on an investigation. Betty, you need to go somewhere and sit your old big round tail down and play with your dog. Relax, have some lemonade, and just chill. Because now you're
see if there was any possibility of Chris coming in here. And I told him I didn't need to see the footage, but if they did see Chris on the footage, to call TBI or the FBI immediately. So we're doing our part around here in Horn Lake, Mississippi, bringing awareness to Sebastian Rogers. We're not going to quit until we find out where Chris was. As you see, I'm here at Home Depot.
That's the statement of the day. She needs an ankle monitor. Okay. We need to track Betty. All right. The police need to be able to track this dog. This dog. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said this. We need to be able to track her down. Okay. All right. We do. She is.
So we just
dirty.
left Lowe's, but while I was walking out, when I talked to some of the people, look what was in the parking lot of the Home Depot. A Texas Roadhouse. A Texas Roadhouse is right back here. And we're still looking for Sebastian Rogers, but I just thought it was pretty interesting. Nobody has seen Chris. It's awfully funny. He's been around here for months, and none of the local gas stations have seen him. His local hardware stores haven't seen him. So I'm hitting out on literally everything today so far. So I'm going to keep working. He had to have gone somewhere. He didn't just stay in his camper. He had to eat, right? So I'll be hitting some evening places.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking this is super old. Yeah, this is when she was here last time. She tried to pull
from the house.
Which one
would have had to stop and acquire some type of
that song, Inspector Gadget. I'm like, Betty, come on.
Tools, whether it be weights, whether it be rope, whether it be a shovel, an axe, whatever the case may be, machetes, I don't know, right? If you had to go back in the woods.
Yes.
Now, up here on Interstate, there is a whole wooded area, really, like literally right around the corner from the Yogi Bear campground. And it actually has a way to get in there. And there's not a whole lot other than these cones that are stopping or preventing people from getting in there. And I'm wondering if that might be prime, because he would have had time. I'm going to go back there today. But again, nobody even knows I'm here in Mississippi yet. And that's going to be breaking probably by this evening or early in the morning tomorrow.
Everybody get your YouTube press badges out because we have breaking news. She went to Mississippi. Who freaked? Betty, you act like you are something. That's breaking news. Betty's in Mississippi, walking down the street, showing the Proudfoots camper. Who gives a flying rat's ass? You found nothing. I'm coming to say this is probably old footage. She tried to do an okey doke on us, and let me tell you, it doesn't take 2 and 2 to equal 4, right? With us, we know. Betty, it doesn't, you are not going to solve a case. You have never, so you haven't even got lukewarm. Okay, you haven't even got Luke freaking warm. What you have done, you and your sidekick that starts with an O, okay, ends with an A, you planted evidence before. You sure in the hell have, okay? That's what you're known to do. You're known to plant evidence, make up false accusations on parents of missing children, and lie through your teeth, in my opinion, allegedly, okay? So, no, Betty, stop.
Tomorrow is when I'm going to break the story that I'm in Mississippi and in Tennessee, because I'm going to be leaving the area whenever I drop that information.
You're dropping it hot off the press.
So nobody can interfere. My work is already
I'm getting me a badge that says YouTube press
done before we even worry with people knowing where I'm at, because by the time they know, I'm gone. So FAFO. That's all I got to say.
Oh, well, baby cakes, you are FAFOing it all over the place. Okay. You are definitely going to find out. I got a feeling whoever has done this has got enough sense about him to keep pursuing what they need to do to feel safe in their own home, in their own community. Bets. I about guarantee it. Okay. I mean, wow. Yeah, I am believing this is old. Oh my gosh. Let me go back up here and talk with y'all. Yeah, her black eye is new. I seen that too. That it looked like somebody whacked her. It was that damn vicious dog bite she got. They pushed her down on the ground. They rolled her around to try to find a wet spot. And they bit her on the eye. I'm like, Betty, you got run out by 2 chihuahuas out your own crib. But you said, you grew up in a rough area and you let 2 chihuahuas run you up out your crib. No, you were running from the popo. You running from the popo, Bets. You're like, nah, I'm not going to get served. If I don't get served, it doesn't mean anything. Like if I don't see it, it doesn't exist type shit. Okay, Betty. If you compare her in this footage today, she looks stressed. Oh, she does. She's looking like she's aging. But, I've said in the past, Betty looks, I need Betty to go to the doctor, get her some blood work done. Okay, because I'm thinking she's like vitamin deficient or something. Because in some videos that she doesn't use like the light thingy, she's looking a little grayish, and she's acting a little bit not mentally okay sometimes, in my opinion. I'm thinking she might need some vitamins or something. Something needs to be done. She needs to go get some blood work done. And then I'm going to need her to get her eyes checked. Okay, because she's not seeing clearly. Okay, we're going to need to do some stuff with ourselves, Bets. Okay, because you're not looking good, honey. And if you leave YouTube, what would I do? Yeah, all the evil's just coming out the skin. I said, oh, and her hairs are falling out. But that could be because of all the bleach. Show me another video tonight, laughing, watch and see. Yeah, she'll be on again. B10. She's probably sick from all the green meat she eats. That could be because she eats some shit that, I wouldn't even feed the wild hogs. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, girl. And yes, brain scan for memory. I'm telling you, because at the beginning, I wasn't joking. I was like, yo, girl, I need you to go get you some blood work done because we need to do like a health check on you and mental and health meds too. I mean, she's really not working with the full decks on some days. I think some days are better than others. Uh, says this channel just popped up. I know nothing about what she's doing, but from this video I watched, she's well, thank you. And that's kind of like what we're just some people that watch things on YouTube. I'm not really like a channel or whatever. I have a I share things that I find kind of interesting, and we all kind of meet over here as viewers and subscribers to people, and we talk about it. Okay, we're like, this isn't looking real good for you. Okay. All right. And sometimes other content creators come in and they say, hi, how you doing? And we proceed to talk about the messiness on YouTube. So that's what this channel pretty much does. And we do a lot of Betty because Betty gets under my skin because she thinks that the laws only apply to us and not to her. Okay. That's what we do over here, if you'd like to know. And we're glad to have you. I mean, you're more than welcome. She took her new baby puppy. She says she cares so much about with her to her mom and haven't heard her say anything about the puppy. I think she done stepped on that dog. Okay, yeah, with that video, I watched that video. I shared that video yesterday. You can't see anything going down with the dog situation. And then I heard that she just grifted for a fence for her yard after the situation with the two chihuahuas that chased her down like a pack of wolves. Okay. So I'm just saying, yeah, after the party channel, basically, right? After the shit goes down, we come on over and we talk about the drama, right? Because you're not going to get any factual information from me. I don't dig into shit that deep. I like to talk a lot of shit about people, and that's about it. Sometimes I'll share a missing child's poster, but I don't add it in with the drama because to me, that's not real good taste. And, talking shit, you got to stay a little classy. You know what I mean? I'm just playing. But no, I think that she set that shit up so she could run like a little scared witch to her mama's house and drop the dog off so she could leave town. Okay. And grift the fence money off her subscribers because she's made everyone fall in love with the dog. That's just my personal opinion. But, hell, I just watch as much as y'all watch. It's her other personality, Michelle. Oh, yeah, she ran quick. She never packed up that, right? Usually she's like, well, I'll be leaving on the 2 and I'm going to do this. And it's a big deal. She spends a couple days grifting and then she gets on her way. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you don't know who Bullhorn Betty is, watcher, you're really not missing much. But if you run into her, run like hell. Because we tease another one of our viewers that comes over here. We always say if we don't see him in the chat for a couple of days, he's been kidnapped by the Bullhorn. So we have to kind of, search and seek him out to make sure he's okay. Make sure the Bullhorn hasn't got him. But anyway, I would think that SSPI would have already covered all that ground. And the police, I'm sure that they've covered that ground too. I'm sure they have not left one stone unturned, but I don't know. Like, I know that a lot of children seem to come up missing in that state and never to be found. But if you would dig deep into other states, I'm sure that we'd find the same thing, unfortunately. And it's sad. I think it very sad that children come up missing and never to be found. And the parents maybe have the last contact. But once again, social media is a beast. You know what I mean? Social media is a beast. And no one really knows if he had a hotspot on his phone that no one knew. Someone convinced him to come outside that he gained with. We don't know. I don't know. But I know that I would hate to accuse somebody of their, unaliving or doing something away with their child if they really didn't do it. And then to put that pressure on that parent. And they're already feeling like hell, their kid's missing, and then for someone to come and that would just be messy. I just, they're missing all over. And it's horrible. I mean, I'm not saying that all the parents out here that have missing children haven't done nothing to their kids. I mean, that's very obvious. Just watch the news, read the papers. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. But I would not want to just assume anything until the information's out there, I'm confused to why she don't look for missing children in Florida. Because she goes for what's going to make her money. And that's my opinion. If it's trending, she'll do it. If it's not trending, she's not going to do it. Exactly. We don't know. But I can't imagine treating parents like she does. We don't know what exactly happens. And I'm sure, in my opinion, they're devastated no matter what happened. Right? I mean, I don't know. I would hate to think that parents can hurt their children, but parents do hurt their children. I can't imagine how someone can go there in their mind and hurt their child. That's messed the hell up to me, and they need to be punished to the fullest length of the law. And that's my opinion. But you can't just go around accusing people unless you absolutely know. They would hate for her to be done that way. She would be pissed if they done that to her. We're sick of here all right in Florida. Says green eyes and butterflies. I think that's exactly who it is, but whoever did it already got it approved, so it had to be bad. I didn't see that part. Let me see who said. Who do you guys think it is? Let me ask you guys a question in the chat. Who do you think has the emergency order of protection out on her? Do you think it's the Proudfoots? Do you think it's the Bauer Sox? Do you think it's the content creator by the name of Clue? Who do you guys, excuse me, who do you guys think it is? Got Bauer Sox and Chris. It could be both. I wonder if they would have to fill out different, like two temporary order of protections, if it would be two, or is it the same? Would they need to be two? Probably, I would assume. Whoever she hasn't spoken in a few days of, right? But she's kind of avoiding saying, certain people. They said Clue said it wasn't them or Truth. Okay. Definitely the Bauer Sox. Yeah, I'm kind of going that way as well. I'm thinking it could be the Bauer Sox or our Proudfoot couple, because she did say I honestly, be honest with you, I think it's the Bauer Sox because of her aggressiveness getting out of the vehicle. Because if you, just like anybody in life, if someone gets out of their car in traffic and comes up to your door, your driver's door, and acts like a raging lunatic, that would be startling. You know what I mean? And then there's a video of her being in front of their house. And I mean, no, she acted a fool to Terry. Absolutely. But, if Clue did it, she would have said it. She ain't got anything to hide, right? I don't know, I think that it's the Bauer Sox too. Foots or socks. I mean, which is it? Foot needs socks. They might both be together. I don't know. Her video is simply me. I could not agree with you more, because let's look in here. Let's see. I can close this here. She just posted this. When was this posted here? Let me go this way. This was just posted on her videos 1 hour ago. Okay. And this is just videos. I'm going to play this because I keep getting a phone call from a family member, and it could.
Hey guys, Bullhorn Betty here.
I'm going to play this right here for you guys real quick and see if it's an emergency. And if it is an emergency, then I'll jump off here. If it's not an emergency, then we'll come back to it. But just give me 1 second. I'll play this. And this was posted yesterday, and this is just a quote video. Let's see exactly what she's saying. She's not laying off. And,
been covering the case of Sebastian Rogers. He is a 15-year-old autistic boy that disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and has not been seen or heard from since February 26, 2024. According to his mother, he went to bed around 9 p.m., and when she went to wake him up at 6 a.m., he was gone. The nuance is the entire home was locked and secured, and when she woke up, the entire home was locked and secured.
Okay,
So
now
what
you
happened
heard
to
it.
Sebastian Rogers? Those are the questions we're asking. Right now, we're in the process of looking into Christopher and Katie's background, more so Christopher than anybody else, and here's why.
Well,
It's not
she did this yesterday, so and she clearly knew what was going on. So yeah, she's poking the bear. She's poking the bear, guys, and that's my opinion. And then this one that I just shared a while ago, that was posted an hour ago. So, and that was just on her videos, not her live. Let's see if she's done another live since then. Nope, 6 hours ago, and we just watched that one. I mean, she's really doing some sketchy crap. Yeah, I'm not subscribed to her, so I don't get notifications. I literally have to like go over to her channel and see. So because I cannot subscribe to her. I cannot bring myself to subscribe to her because she makes me want to pull my hair out. I have to be okay to listen to her because of the vile things that she does. They can say it was a threat. I mean, it says very clearly what you cannot do. You can't do messages, Facebook posts, and I'm assuming that would be YouTube as well. So, but she's going to stand on, well, I wasn't served yet. I wasn't served yet. You know, so that's what I think she's going to try to stand on. But she clearly knows about it. And she was on a live knowing about it, saying that she was looking it up, saying that her mods had sent her the information about it. So she clearly knows. She can't say that she doesn't know. She's admitted it too much. She's talked about it too many hours on her live stream now in the last 48 hours, 24 hours. So it makes perfect sense that, you know, the police can say, well, you, or the judge or whoever would say, you knew about this. If you knew about this, ma'am, when she does, she will eventually get served. I'm sure of it. But it's avoiding, in my opinion, you're avoiding. You should have contacted your local police like an adult would and take care of your grown ass woman shit. But apparently that's not how you do things, Betty. You know, that's not how you do things. You think that everyone's out to hurt you whenever you feel like it's okay to stand on YouTube and tell everyone about themselves and violate their rights. Okay, it's ignorance. Ignorance of the law. Ignorance of the law doesn't forgive breaking laws. Abso-freaking-lutely. Say it again, baby. How has she said when the court date? Yeah, supposedly the court date is the 8th of August at 9 a.m. And the other court date in the state of Illinois is August the 16th. And I got to find out what freaking time that is because I am like holding my breath with my fingers crossed that I'm traveling through the state of Illinois on or around that day. I'm so excited because, baby, I'm going to court and I'm going to wear me a suit. I'm going to wear, no, I'm not. I'm wearing Inspector Gadget outfit with a press hat with my press card in my hat like back in the day. And I'm going to have my press badge is going to say YouTube Press. Oh, yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to show everybody because it's going to be funny. I'm going to have popcorn and water with me because it's going to be a show to watch Betty come finally to her court date. You know, because she's the one that wanted to sue. So this is what you do when you sue someone. You show up for court. All right. Now, I'm not going to the one in Tennessee. No, not doing that. But I will be more than happy to attend and warm a bench in the courtroom while she stands in front of the Illinois judge and cry and carry on like a buffoon. And if I can't take my phone, because some cities, they don't allow phones in their courtrooms. Probably most of them, I don't know, but I will try my damnedest, babe. to get my phone in there and record. Okay, I wonder if one of those handheld recorders, like back in the day, like you put the tape in there and you push record. I wonder if those are allowed. I'm gonna have to call the state of Illinois and ask them what's allowed and what's not allowed in their courtroom, because I'm definitely gonna do whatever I'm allowed to freaking do, honey. Okay, I've been following this court case for a year. I need to know what's happening. And if I'm in the area, baby, I'm gonna listen. I'm showing up. I'm going to shake the attorney's hand, because I love the statement. Betty, I suggest you to obtain counsel that's knowledge of the state of Illinois' law. Something around that. I love that every single time. And she's like, quit saying that to me. That shit was beautiful. Right? So I got to shake his hand. Because that shit was epic. But the judge may ask you to take it off. My hat, my damn hat. That's okay. I have hair, baby. I'm not going bald like Bets. I can take my, and I do my hair. I have no problem. Okay, up to the judge. And then it might even break my incognito, because I might have to show you my outfit. She's suing the creator named Queen Bee. It's bogus lawsuit. It really is. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm projecting to be in the state around that time. So some courts you can use your phone if it's on silent. Oh, I'll make sure I'm really super quiet. Like, yeah, real camera, not a phone. A real camera, right? And what I was thinking, you remember those the Walkman type of like handheld devices that you can record on. I wonder if those. Yeah, oh, honey, if I don't have one, baby, I'll get one. That ain't no thing. I'll get a real camera. That's not a problem. We all the way home, right? Let her keep poking. Oh yeah. Oh baby, I'll get me a camera. If they say I can bring in like a recorder, oh, I'll get one of those too. I'm sure Amazon sells them. Like you can find any freaking thing on Amazon, right? I used to not be like an Amazon person, and then so we go traveling, and sometimes there isn't like the stuff that you want in a location, so you just you Amazon that shit, and by the time you know it, bam, it's at your door. I'm like, I love this shit. Okay, now I love Amazon. But I lived in an area that you could go right down the street and get whatever you wanted. But now, okay, let me see what this says. According to Knox County website, no cell phones, no raw. You just broke my heart, green eyes and butterflies. My heart is now very sad. According to Knox County website, no, hang on. I got to go back up here. I got to read the whole damn thing. It says, according to Knox County website, no cell phones, no recording devices, no cams, and Knox County is several hours from Chicago. So I don't know why that idiot stayed in Chicago, right? Well, I'm going to be around the Chicagoland area. That's why I know it's several hours, but hell, baby, I'll drive. I will drive. I don't care. Okay, that's like a day trip. Have lunch. Well, have breakfast, go to the court, have some lunch, look around. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I'm down for that. All right. But that breaks my heart, guys. You can't have nothing. Get out of town. Well, I guess it's going to go old school, and I'm going to just bring myself. Okay, we'll see how good of a note taker I am, because, burnt toast always gets the transcripts. So I'm like, here's what happened. But I can tell you what happened before we get the transcripts, right? If they'll let someone in. I have to find out that. I have to see if we can get in. Even if we can't get in, I'll go the day of and around the time, and I'll video record the courthouse, because Betty needs a taste of her own medicine. And that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not stalking her. I'm not stalking Queen Bee. Okay. I just want to see these two walk into the Gestern courthouse because of what Bullhorn Betty has brought to court. Okay. And Queen Bee has to defend herself and pay all that money. That's nuts. GoPro lady. Yeah. I don't know how I can get in there. No smokes. Illinois is strict. I've been to court a few times in Illinois, but it was for like speeding. whatever. You pay the fine. I didn't know didn't have to go, but I went anyways because I didn't know. Like it says a court date or pay or appear, but I paid, but I still appeared because I used to have like, I like to drive fast. But anyway, should be open court. No secret, right? I hope I can get in the area, but I'm going to write down what they say at least and then bring you guys the footage. They used to have phones banned in Sumner County, but recently they changed that. I was told on the 23rd of July, I'm allowed to bring my phone into Sumner County Court. This is a fact. Well, you know what? I will ask them when I get there. Laws have changed in many courts since July 1st. Okay. You're going to be able to tell us judge's attitude, right? I'm going to tell you the whole attitude. Like from my point of view, like, was he chill? Did he like push his eyebrows together? Like my notes will not be the notes of a normal courtroom. Okay. I'll be like, the judge picked these booger, or I'm not playing, or no, judge looked at Bullhorn Betty with his eyebrows, like what dad looks to a child. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, kid? That's what kind of notes we're going to get. Okay. I do not know shorthand. That's why I was saying, I'm gonna be like, can you repeat that, Judge? That'll be funny. No, I'm gonna do my best. I might have my hubby go in there too and be like, you have to take the notes, and our notes together will be epic notes. And post it online yet, so-called. Right. I'm just gonna talk about it. What I viewed today in court. Okay, just what I viewed as a public citizen. Betty loves to talk about, being a public citizen and what we got to do and this. Wear a t-shirt, would they be in a crown and watch her? Oh, see that? Well, see, I'm not trying to aggravate, honey. I'm not trying to aggravate. I am not trying to aggravate. I am trying to go there as a peaceful citizen from the YouTube community that has, been following this case. I'm an interested citizen. Yes, and if I do run across him, I'm going to tell him that we all love him. Like, dude, we love you. Right? Yeah, that's just a normal look. I'm thinking like people are just going to look at her like that any damn way. But if I happen to run into him, which I don't know, I'll know if I get to go in the courtroom who's who, obviously. But if I just, hopefully I get to see that, and I'll tell him that we love you. Like, you have no idea how much love you get on YouTube. Oh, well, I hope I'll be in the courtroom that day for my own ex parte that I filed against someone. I was only allowed to obtain that through stalking because I'm not related to the person. So it's not DV. Oh, wow. Well, if you're going to be there during the same time old Betts is there, make sure you take notes and come back, come up on the panel, and right. Yeah, don't do anything that's going to hurt your case, Blue Love. You take care of you. Always think of you first, okay? Think care of you first. Don't ever try to take care of anybody else. Look out for you always, okay? And I'm going to look out for my husband. If Bullhorn Betty blows a kiss at my husband, then it's on a popping, sister. No, I'll play it. He is a master. He is a master in politely showing how stupid she is. I mean, I can't wait. If I get to run into him, it's going to be freaking beautiful, right? Listening while driving. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Lady K, I'll pop in chat if you're still here when I get home. Okay, thanks for being here, Wispy. This case is a true crime, paving the future for YouTube. And I know that's why I've been really super in tune to it, because I'm like, how is this going to turn out? And on a serious note, that's why I've been following it so closely. And when they read the things that are being done, and I'm really anticipating the actual court as the court moves through the system, how this is going to be handled. And this is on a serious note. I'm not really going there to harass anyone. I wouldn't do that. Like, I don't want to mess up a court proceeding at all. But I would like to sit back and, view what's going on, because this could be the setting of how YouTube handles things. You know, because this will be, if someone else sues someone off YouTube, this court case would be something that you would say in, you know, court case, da 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 da, state of Illinois versus whatever, you know. So, is your husband trash? Betty likes trash. If not, you have nothing to worry about. He would, if he's seen Bullhorn Betty, he'd be like, oh, hell no. First of all, he'd be like, you're Bullhorn Betty? I have to keep my husband quiet because he doesn't care for the way she exploits the children. So he doesn't care much for her either. If Florida, 2 calls to police on same person, you get 1. Wow, really? It could impact a lot of creators, not just Queen. Absolutely, it really could. It really could. It really could. I wonder if Queen Bee will wear a crown to her quarter, right? Be like, I'm the queen. I wonder if Bullhorn's going to have her bullhorn, right? That would be something to see. Well, my husband just walked in the door, guys. So I've been on here for, oh, Lord have mercy, 2 hours and 19 minutes. And I think my daughter was trying to call me. It wasn't an emergency. She texted me. She's like, oh, I didn't know you were alive. So call me when you're done. So, you know, I got to check in with the kiddo. She's, you know, older, but, you know, those children are still important. Thanks, small town girl. They basically told me it's super hard to get an OP against someone you aren't related to. So I think it's crazy people are scared of Betty, and I'm over here scared for my life. Ooh. Well, I hope that you have to beg for one. Well, I hope everything works out for you, sweetheart. And you know, the court sees that you get protection that is needed, and they work on your side. So I'll be thinking of you, Blue Love. Make sure you come back and check in with us, because if you don't, if we have regular people in here and then they don't come back, we start tripping. We think Bullhorn Betty's him and got you. So make sure you check back in with us, okay? Well, I hope that you guys have a great day, and I don't think I'll be back live this evening. I'll try to come back live tomorrow, unless something pops off really good with Betty. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And take care of yourself and take care of each other. And Blue Love will have you in our thoughts, okay? Until next time, peace.